There. Hey, on this momentous occasion, I'm very excited that I can get everybody here to celebrate with me. It's been a long 24 years. Some of y'all I can remember talking to when I was 17 years old, and I was thinking about joining, and y'all was like, man, that's a dumb decision. that might not play out. You're going to be working for the man. It might not play out. And I remember that. But I can say for some others, they said, hey, I think that's a good idea. You maybe should go with that, or maybe you can make it far. But even to those that told me not to join, they still supported me after my decision anyway. And that's why some of y'all are here, and I'm happy to see you. And we all had a good time throughout that whole 24 years. The best thing about today is the fact that I was able to celebrate with my whole family and all of my best buddies from throughout all of the years. And we was able to be here today on one specific day. For me, it felt like a family reunion. It really does. It feels like a family reunion. I can remember my last one that I had in Chicago with my grandmother, and it was a fabulous day. I still have the shirt in my closet, still smell like mothballs, and I just kept it here. I never washed it again because it had that smell in it. And I said, this reminds me of my grandmother right here, so I just kept it there. And I know she couldn't be here. My other grandmother couldn't be here with us today, but I know that they're proud of all the accomplishments that I've accomplished throughout the years. And I want to thank everybody here. If I don't specifically say your name, it does not mean that I didn't think about you. It just means that I happened to be drinking. And if you know me, I drink a lot. You know, I started off my career in 2001 in the Missouri National Guard with the 1138 Engineer Battalion, and shortly after that, I moved back to Chicago with my grandmother, and then I joined the Navy. I was in there for a little bit over 7 years. It was a lot of fun, a little rough. Then I finished my duty station there, and I went to Norfolk, Virginia, and I was stationed at Naval Medical Center, Portsmouth for years, got a lot of bonuses, fake promises, and the Navy kind of did me kind of bogus. They didn't want to pay me what I was worth. So guess what? Anybody don't feel like they didn't pay what they worth, but you do quit. And that's exactly what I did. I said, ain't nothing to cut that off. And that's honestly how I felt at that time. And so then I commissioned, went into the Army as an artillery officer. My last assignment, I took a job as the assistant professor of military science at Arkansas State University. My big brother Ryan is here, and he came down from Jonesboro. He was my partner for the last 5 years. I would not have survived that last 5 years without that guy right there. That man took excellent care of me, because sometimes in the Army, you don't know what you're doing. I woke up some days like, I have no clue what I'm going to do today, but I need to survive today. And the first thing he would say when we showed up was, sir, I got it, I'll take care of it. I'm like, man, I'm scared the whole day. So I appreciate you for that. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we had that going on. And a lot of you may not know, I opened a bar in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and it's rocking. If y'all go Google it, please. We having a ball out there in Arkansas. I'm very excited about opening that new venture. And that's fun. I'm also taking the job to be the senior Army instructor at Brooklyn High School in Brooklyn, Arkansas. And that's because as y'all already know, I love drinking and having fun, but that's not where my passion is. I believe that we should take care of the youth, and I've always had a lot of great times taking care of kids, especially teenagers. Helping them achieve their goals is one of my favorite things to do. One of my best pastimes is to watch teenagers succeed. I remember a couple of months ago, the principal told me, he said, well, since the Army's not going to kick in and start paying you yet, he was like, well, we don't know how to pay you, so I think we just going to pay you like a teacher assistant. I said, guess what? Y'all can keep it. I'll just work for free. I said, I got enough. And as long as we take care of the kids, That's what we need to do. And so, to my family from Chicago, I really appreciate y'all showing out, coming in from far away to take good care of me. And, to hang out with y'all earlier, it was a blast from the past. And it really made me think about all the times that I spent with you all in Chicago, all the visits, Kanisha, all the games, the spades, which you laugh about. Please can't play spades. I don't play against people. I think I'm pretty good. You just didn't play with me recently. And to my aunties and my uncles, my grandmother died not too long ago, probably, 2017? 2017. And she used to talk to our family every single day. And she would talk to us in time slots because she wanted to make sure she can account for us all. And I had one of the earlier time slots. And I would like to say I was her favorite, but somebody may differently than what I thought, but I thought I was her favorite. So when she passed away, we looked at each other and we started talking to each other in the morning. Like me and my Uncle Rick, the same time slot I would talk to my grandmother, we would talk every day. And so that'll tell you the strength in numbers in family. If you believe in family, even though some people may not be here with you today, there's a way you can fill in and make up for it. And it may not be a way that you thought of yet, but there's a way that you can fill the void for missing family members that you currently don't have at the moment. Because my family's resilient, we figured it out. We figured it out, and we figured out a way to come together every year and to celebrate and to do everything we need to do to get done. And to my mother, my mom is my buddy. She is. We had a rough when I was in high school, but we moved past that. And now I look back on it, we sit back and we eat popcorn and we watch movies and we really celebrate every day that we have together because you never know when it'll be your last day with someone. You never know. Because life is short. Things happen and, a lot of people wait for things bad to happen before they can celebrate family. But why not celebrate family while you're alive? Let's celebrate them today. And that's why I'm grateful for my priestess who put this event together to bring everybody And where's my little sisters at? There go one, Rowena, where's Sylvia? And Sylvia, hey, let me tell you. Okay, I'm gonna skip them. They told me to skip them, I'm gonna skip them. To my sister Lynn, I drive on to my sister Lynn. My sister Lynn called me a year ago. She said, Cleveland, what do you want to do for your retirement? I stopped and I was like, well, really, as long as I can see the people I love and like, that's cool. She was like, no, we're doing a whole celebration for you because you did 24 years. I was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My big sister, she's a lot smaller than me, but in reality, she's bigger than me. She got a way to pump me out without saying the words. She did me like that. I just take it like I'm an officer in the Army. I have combat training, and I wrestled in high school and college, and you still can beat me up. Okay, that's cool. And her husband Dusty, that's an amazing dude. I aspire to be like him. In the infantry, that's a real man's part of the Army, I can tell you. It's hard. It is an artillery officer. I was just somebody who supported them. Yeah, I'm like support. So they get it done, I'm back real far away. They're like, hey, send us something to kill these guys. I'm like, roger that. Time for effect. It happens. that. That's what he did. He was in the real man's army, which I never got to be a part of, but I was close enough. I really was. Let's see, anything I'm missing. To my buddies from high school.
Come on now.
This is an important part. When times are hard and you really take the time and you don't have friends to support you, that is where a lot of people lose their dreams. But not my buddies. My buddies supported me every day through everything. My buddy Roderick over there, y'all might see him. They started off in the 9th grade. He used to beat me up real bad. He did a wrestling practice. It was real bad. He beat me up every practice for 3 months. And then we came back a school year later, he couldn't score a point. Then I beat him up.
Right.
And he'll tell you
That's right.
He really helped me out. And without him, I wouldn't have been the athlete that I am today. And I mean that sincerely.
I love you, bro.
To my buddy Andre and LeVar, they live 5 houses down from my mom's house. I spent tons of time down there. He was supposed to line me up, but I never got back there for my beard. But as y'all know, when it comes to shaving, being in the military, you gotta shave every day. You gotta shave every day the whole time. And so after they hand me my DD-214, I'm on a strike. I refuse to do anything that I used to do that I didn't like. Like waking up at 4:30 in the morning? No, let's wake up at 9. 11. You know, instead of waking up and shaving every day, let's not shave at all.
That's right.
You know, let's take away all the bad stuff that you thought was bad. Let's add and be you. And a lot of you maybe not know this about me, but I never really got to be me because I was always in some type of system where we was either developing people or I was developing myself. But now I get the chance to be the real version of me. I get to wake up, I get to wear what I want to wear. People call me, they would say, hey, Cleve, what we gonna wear to your thing? I know you gotta probably dress up. I was like, if you really know me, you know I hate dressing up.
Yep.
I hate even wearing a belt. I'm not kidding. I don't even like fancy shoes. I take a $30 knife and wear it all day and let all the rest of the money sit in my check and just look at it over and over all day. That's just me. I'm a pretty simple person. And I've always been there. And to people who drove from out of town, like Dane from Chicago, drove down to visit from there, and then to my other first cousins, Kanisha, JR, for coming down to support me. They were my siblings at the time before I lived with my mother and I had my actual siblings. My first cousins, they were my siblings. Every day I spent tons of time with my cousin JR, his family. I know his dad's side of the family just as well as I know my own family. And hanging out with Kanisha, she's the reason why I had a chip tooth for so long. From the little jokes we had, calling me Chips Ahoy, and all that shit. And calling me Chips. Yeah, this guy right here, he used to joke me and I said, it was all because of my cousin Kanisha. She the one for that. Yeah. And to my buddy Floyd, a lot of y'all probably don't know him, but I met him in 2004, and we was in North Carolina, and we met up in the pharmacy, and we looked at each other. He was like, hey, what's your name? Like, I'm Cleve. Like, I'm Floyd. He was like, where you from? I was like, Sison. He's like, man, I'm from Charleston. Oh. I'm like, hold on. Now, we are all the way on the East Coast, on the ocean. We on the Atlantic Ocean. So we on the Atlantic Ocean, and we tied all the way back to Missouri. And he said, well, who your homeboys? I said, well, a couple houses down. I said, I got my boy LeVar and Andre. He said, Cleveland is my first cousin. We dated each other up, and we kicked it ever since from that point on. We kicked it every moment from that point. We really did. We had a ball. We done walked in hurricanes at work, drinking beer with the water all the way up to our waist. Just walking, talking, rapping, and buying beer, and drinking more beer, and more beer. And we drank to the phone just like the Navy said.
Easy 13 version.
Yeah, we really set it off over there in Virginia. We had a ball over there. And a lot of y'all, another good thing about today was my daughter got to meet my whole family. You know, when I talk to her a lot of times, she always thought army up here. Straight from the shop. I said, we got a whole army, straight up. And that was good. I was happy that she got to meet them all before her 18th birthday. I really was. That was good. It's not only a celebration for me, but to me, I'm treating it like a family reunion and a class reunion, all mixed in together for my team. And I know that people was very late. Very late. We got some time management issues in the class. And that's okay. That's okay. I didn't get to walk out to my song that I had. But that's okay. We gonna play the song that I had right now. As I'm signing off, I'm gonna tell you about this song and why I selected it for today. This song right here by 50 Cent. And 50 said, everywhere we go to, all the gangsters around know my whole crew. We hold it down like we supposed to.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's why we're gonna play that song for my whole army here, and we going to win. I appreciate all y'all for coming out. Thank you. God bless you. Good night.